All right, get ready to feel like a slacker, ladies and gentlemen. At just 17 years old, Sophia Park became the youngest person in California to pass the state's bar exam. Park clinched this honor, a historic one, beating out the previous record holder, her brother, Peter. Sibling rivalry doesn't get old, who did it back in 2023. Last night, Park, who's now 18, was sworn in as a licensed attorney. Watch.
The duties upon which I am about to enter.
The duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations. Good job.
Park will now join her brother as a prosecutor at California's Tulare County District Attorney's Office. Wow. But first, she's joining us right here. Good morning, Sophia, and congratulations.
Good morning, and thank you.
I've got a lot of questions, including what kind of cases you'll be working on as a prosecutor. But let's talk about the journey. You enrolled in law school at 13, which means I guess you were still in junior high at the time. What was it like balancing all the other things that you do at 13 and law school?
Well, there was a bit of a challenge trying to, I guess, juggle schoolwork and then law school work after school at the beginning. But eventually I did get used to it. So I went to law school at age 13, like you said, because I wanted to help a lot of people, and I thought starting early was the way to do that. And because my brother had been on this path, I thought I could just follow him on this. And during my first year of law school, I think it was pretty difficult to try and see how I can manage my schedule, but eventually I did get used to it. And when I was in 9th grade, I graduated from high school taking the high school proficiency test. So then I was working, studying full-time, so that made it a lot easier as well.
Sophia, I get nervous when I have meetings with my managers and bosses here at CBS, and I'm a 44-year-old person. So when you're 17 and you walk into a room with lawyers and they're all older than you, is that ever intimidating?
No, not really. I have really wonderful supervisors and colleagues, and they know that I passed the bar and studied the law just like every other attorney in the room. So, of course, there's things that I have yet to learn, but because everyone is just so welcoming with all of my questions and treat me equally, I think I feel comfortable even in a room with many people that are a lot older than me.
Sounds like you have a great team, Sophia, but that confidence also comes from within. If you walk into a room and you're 18 years old and you're, a new lawyer at the DA's office and you're not intimidated, that means something about you. I want to just jump into your brain for a second. How on earth does this happen? So many people fail the bar. They take it multiple times. What do you think it was about the way you approached it that allowed you to pass it?
I think it had a lot to do with repetition and the time that I spent at my desk every day. My dad always says that you don't really study with your head, and by using your brain, you study by sitting down. And I think that's really true, because if you're sitting down already, then you're going to need to be looking at whatever is in front of you. And I would have my study materials in front of me, and I would read it over and over until it became familiar and understandable to me.
All right, Sophia Park, thank you and congratulations again. How old was your brother when he passed the bar?
He was 17 and 11 months old.
So you beat him by a few months. And America, don't worry, because they have a younger sister, Sarah, who's already in law school. So we'll have to follow up with her. Thanks, Sophia.